Apex Legends is a game that I and many others would say has been on the decline for a very long time now. And very recently, just in the newest season, being the 22nd of the game's lifespan, EA may have just killed Apex Legends for good. And I blame EA for this more than Respawn, as simply put, the reason for this is as usual because of greed. As we all know, Apex and many other Battle Royale games, thanks to Fortnite's success, have implored their own renditions of the Battle Pass module, allowing for players to earn rewards throughout the game's season as they progress through these passes. For the most part, there are a few problems with the implementations of these in games, whether that's how some of the rewards in these are not particularly worth buying them for, or the often predatory nature that these implore. However, despite the criticisms that I and many others have for battle passes, the one thing that typically made these less egregious and less scummy than they could have been is because typically with these passes, you can use the in-game currency rather than actual money to purchase a season pass. This made it so if you were a smart person with half a brain, you could buy one pass, save up plenty of tokens during its progression, and hold on to these until the next season came around. Then you could buy the pass practically for free. This was very consumer friendly. Apex was no different. Being able to buy the pass with Apex tokens made this a lot more fair to the players. However, this is the reason that fans of the game are furious with Apex Legends right now, as they have removed the ability to buy the battle pass with in-game currency completely. With their new system, you now have 3 tiers to choose from. The free battle pass of course remains, giving you rather subpar rewards as a way to goad you into buying the main passes. The premium battle pass, which you used to be able to purchase for 950 Apex coins, now is only purchasable for $9.99. And finally, the premium plus pass, previously available for a whopping 2,800 Apex coins, now requires you to spend $19.99 just to purchase it. Now, of course, I'm not stupid. You're not stupid. I know you're not stupid because you just subscribed to my channel. Or at least I hope you did. It does not take a genius to realize the full process of why they've done this. It's EA at the end of the day. So are any of us surprised they're once again being incredibly greedy? Obviously, they've only done this because they figured because people saved up coins from a pass for the next one, they were effectively losing money. But just because a decision makes sense, that doesn't mean this was good for the game by any means. Only for their own pockets. It doesn't help that buying the passes with money is now more expensive than when you could purchase them with Apex coins. This all sucks, and at its core is incredibly anti-consumer. I think though that people could have perhaps looked past this to an extent, or at least they wouldn't be as angry as they are, if it weren't for the fact that, as far as I can tell, Apex Legends is in a dire state and has been for quite some time now. Just from one look, it appears Apex Legends currently has a lot of problems. One being a rampant cheater problem, specifically when it comes to ranked gameplay. This is to the point where professional player Hiz Watson has been unable to play the game for up to 4 days due to constant cheaters in his lobbies. This may only be prevalent in higher ranks, but clearly a lot of people are facing this. Apex has always struggled with nailing its ranked mode, so with cheaters now in the game on top of bad matchmaking, rampant smurfing, and many more problems, a lot of people really aren't just having fun anymore. It's even worse, however, as when looking at many players' reactions to these changes on social media, many people have also been apparently having terrible problems with this game. I don't remember Apex ever being that glitchy, but many are reporting that they keep on facing technical issues, whether that be their games crashing, a lot of bugs that the game now has, or simply facing bad servers. And I think from a content standpoint, things are just not at the same level. The addition of new characters has now been reverted from a new character every season to a new character every other season. Considering characters are what people get mainly excited for, this just seems lazy. And then, even after all these problems people are facing with no resolutions in sight to them, EA and Respawn Entertainment go ahead and drop this terrible change. Almost like they're trying to get rid of players. I won't pretend I'm some die-hard Apex player, although around the time when it first launched, I was very into the game. I used to really love this game in its early days and always came back to it at some point. But as the game failed to grip me more, I found myself coming back less and eventually dipped. Now looking at the state of the game, I'm really glad I made this choice. Even before this news, all I've mostly seen about Apex these days is complaining about the terrible state of it and how the game is more or less dying. Don't get me wrong, despite all this, the game does still indeed manage to pull impressive players. However, with how unhappy it seems a lot of fans are becoming, and with this new change being added just to upset them even further, I really don't see Apex Legends having any sort of solid future. This is just what EA are known for at this point. It seems after many past scandals and drama in other games, they still have yet to learn their lesson. Considering they've stated before they wanted Apex to last a decade or beyond that, they're not setting a good foundation to achieve that. Many fans have already started talking about the Battle Pass strike, telling others to avoid purchasing it to send a strong message of how the players feel about this change. This is probably the most effective way to do this, as if they've done this to fill their own pockets even more, then taking more purchases away from them will certainly hit them where it hurts. But some players have just had enough, quitting the game, as with the problems I've previously mentioned and others I've probably forgotten adding up, many see this as the straw that broke the camel's back and are finally done with the game. Even those who have already quit have made it clear with this change they definitely won't be coming back anytime soon. Look, realistically speaking, because of the level of outrage, I fully expect that they will probably revert this decision, potentially by the time I get this video out. But as far as I can tell, this change just speaks volumes of how little their players meant to them. And so, even if they revert it, which hopefully they will, the damage honestly is already kind of done. Unless they then go on to fix the state of the game afterwards, I don't think many will be so quick to forgive them. I can't see myself going back to the game anytime soon unless some serious changes are made. Hopefully EA sees just how badly this has been received and things get back on track, aiming to prove to the community that they still care about this game and its players. But at the end of the day, we'll just have to wait and see.